Who's our favorite? Not. Oh, what's the name? This is so bad.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Hudson Middle School for today's WIAA Swim and Dive Sectional Meet. In line with the WIAA and Big Rivers Conference, Hudson High School requires good sportsmanship at education-based interscholastic events. Admission to an event is a privilege, and with that privilege comes responsibility. Responsibility to conduct oneself in a respectful manner where the meet is enjoyable for other fans and participants. Together, we can support this effort by appreciating the efforts of all teams, coaches, and the officials in a positive manner. We all play an important role in providing opportunities for all participants to compete in a healthy and safe environment. Additionally, please be reminded that state law prohibits the use of alcohol and tobacco products in an area used by public schools. Finally, please no flash photography throughout the meet today. And please, quiet at the start of each race. Would you all please rise if you are able and honor America by removing your hats for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to Wade, Gideon, and Jace from the Hudson High School Swing Choir for that rendition. Now we'd like to welcome the teams that are joining us today. From Chippewa Falls McDonald Central, coaches Matt and Keziah Blake, with captains Dean Hansen and Elijah Anderson. We have the team from DC Everest, coaches Kurt Deininger, Maddie Van Ermen, and captains Keaton Barwick and Will Van Ermen. Welcome to the team from Eau Claire Alliance with coaches Jake Henning, Katie Volkman, Alyssa Gottfriedson, Derek Black, and Sarah Bates. Captains are Gabe Secker and Ben Scutley. We'd also like to welcome the co-op from Holman, Aquinas, Luther, and Analaska. Coaches Lauren Bader and Henry Bauer. Captains are Warwick Rennis and Danny Ott. We'd also like to welcome the team from Hudson with coaches Ross Campbell, Brandon Calso, and Tanya Slavsky. Captains are Tyler Hay, Isaac McKenzie, Brady Wainapa, Ben Weaver, and Nate Zimmerman. We'd also like to welcome the co-op from La Crosse, Logan, and West Salem with coaches Joan Capellis and Maxwell Smith, captains Nathan Ivins, Brett Jeffries, Daniel Lenz, and Noah Stewart. We'd also like to welcome the team from Marshfield with coaches Jason Carrolls and Katie Pisak. Captains are Simon Daggett, Kevin Booth, Joshua Peters, and Luke Helbelink. We'd also like to welcome the team from Stevens Point with coaches Philip Potter and Alec Jeffers. Captains are Henry Bowling, Landon Bicknace, and Gavin Stelzner. We'd also like to welcome the team from Superior and Northwestern with coaches Bill Panico, Kate Long, and captains Nolan Bird, Will Monroe, Paolo Panucci, and Wild Whitkopf. And we also welcome the team from Wausau East and West with coaches Derek Steinke, Mary Schultz, Jacob Dick, and captains Brecken Bancock and Elliot Harding. And finally, we welcome the team from Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln with coaches David Wittenberg and Kristen Feltz. Captains are Josh Glenzer Chenchek, David Lee, Jose de la Cruz Chi. And we'd also like to give a big round of applause for our officials today. Our strokes and turns officials are Ed Maminovich and Jocelyn Richard. Our starter today is Karen Cobble, and our referee for today is Tom Miller. This is event 2, the boys 200-yard medley relay, heat 1 of 2. In lane 2 for Wausau, Edmund Woods, Ben Holter, JT Mitchling, and Mason Blank. In lane 3 for the Holman Co-op, Warwick Rannis, Daniel Ott, Deacon Durnell, and Seth Russell. In lane 4 for DC Everest, Jonathan Gates, Sean O'Donnell, Alex Jalen, and Bennett Berg. In lane 5 for Wisconsin Rapids, Josh Glenzer, Jose de la Cruz G, Bryson Henslin, and David Lee. And in lane 6 for Chippewa Falls, Hayden Kidd, Cole Giles, James Radcliffe, and Evan Mast. Up next, event 2, boys 200-yard medley relay, heat 2. Heat 2. Swimming in lane 2 for Superior, Aiden Panucci, Paolo Panucci, Will Monroe, and Nolan Bird. In lane 3 for Eau Claire, Everett Hodorowski, Morgan Schultig, Miguel Fromm, and Caden Nelson. In lane 4 for Hudson, Tyler Sias, Brady Wainapa, Henry Matzik, and Grant Slavsky. In lane 5 for Stevens Point, Jacob Faust, Landon Bicknays, Tony Razik, and Gavin Stelzer. In lane 6 for Marshfield, Zach Cahart, Josh Peters, Simon Daggett, and Kevin Booth. And in lane 7 for Logan, Nathan Ivins, Daniel Lenz, Brett Jeffries, and Noah Stewart. Up next, we have event 3, the boys 200-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 4.
that?
The dive results from yesterday, do you have those handy?
Do you want us to announce them or?
They just want to announce them between events. At this time, we'd like to recognize the gentleman that dove last night and announce those winners. In 8th place, from Marshfield, Evan Clopton. In 7th place, from Superior, Oliver Fulda. In 6th place, from Eau Claire, Xander Moore. In 5th place, from Superior, Aaron Johnson. In 4th place, from Eau Claire, Keegan Black. In 3rd place, from Hudson, Isaac McKenzie. In 2nd place, from Marshfield, Sean Hunter. And in 1st place, from Eau Claire, Gabrick Hollenbeck. Congratulations, everyone. This is event 3, the boys 200-yard freestyle, heat 1. Swimming in lane 3 from Holman, Pretson Pierce. In lane 4 from Wausau, Mason Blank. And in lane 5 from Wisconsin Rapids, Jonathan Dewar.
That's for you. Where did the diving? Where did you just read?
Right here.
So after you read them, I'm going to steal them and put them over.
Perfect, thank you. This is Heat 2 of Event 3, the boys 200-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 2, Jonathan Gates, DC Everest. In lane 3, Cal Berg, DC Everest. In lane 4, Dane Bird, Superior. In lane 5, David Lee, Wisconsin Rapids. In lane 6, JT Mitchlig, Wausau. And in lane 7, Trevor Doring, Wausau. Up next, Heat 3 of the boys 200-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 for Marshfield, Paul Ugaretz. In lane 2, Seth Russell, Holman. Lane 3, Carl Erickson, Stevens Point. In lane 4, Ben Scotley, Eau Claire. In lane 5, Evan Heers, Eau Claire. In lane 6, Reed Bertagnoli, Superior. In lane 7, Sterling Duncan, Superior. And in lane 8, Jackson Simonson, Chippewa Falls. Next up, Heat 4, final heat of the boys' 200-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 for Hudson, Ben Weaver. In lane 2, Maddox Acevedo, Hudson. In lane 3, Kent Zern, Hudson. In lane 4, Henry Bowling, Stevens Point. In lane 5, Tony Ratzick, Stevens Point. In lane 6, Bodie Christensen, Chippewa Falls. In lane 7, Benjamin Sewell, DC Everest. And in lane 8, Carson Klum, Marshfield. At this time, could the head coach from Hudson and the top 8 teams in the boys' 200-yard medley relay report to the diving boards, please? Thank you. And here are the results for the boys' 200-yard medley relay. In 8th place, the team from Wisconsin Rapids-Lincoln, Josh Glenzer, Jose De La Cruz Chi, Bryson Henslin, and David Lee. In 7th place, the team from DC Everest, Jonathan Gates, Sean O'Donnell, Alex Jalen, and Bennett Berg. In 6th place, the team from La Crosse Logan Co-op, Nathan Ivins, Daniel Lenz, Brett Jeffries, and Noah Stewart. And in 5th place, the team from Superior Northwestern, Aiden Panucci, Paolo Panucci, Will Monroe, and Nolan Bird. And in fourth place, the team from Eau Claire Alliance, Everett Hudorowski, Morgan Schlittig, Miguel Fromm, and Caden Nelson. In third place, the team from Marshfield, Zach Cahart, Joshua Peters, Simon Daggett, and Kevin Booth. In second place, the team from Stevens Point, Jacob Faust, Landon Bicknace, Tony Razik, and Gavin Stelzer. And in first place, advancing to the state meet with a final time of 1 minute 38.47 seconds, the team from Hudson, Tyler Sias, Brady Wainapa, Henry Matzik, and Grant Slavsky. Next up, event 4, the boys 200-yard individual medley, heat 1 of 3. Swimming in lane 2, Gabe Driscoll, Logan. Lane 3, Alex Jellin, DC Everest. Lane 4, Nolan Meaden, Wausau. In lane 5, Evan Mast, Chippewa Falls. In lane 6, Ashton Zwiefelhofer, Chippewa Falls. And in lane 7, Willem Van Wyck, Logan. Up next, Heat 2 of the boys' 200-yard individual medley. Swimming in lane 2, Jose de la Cruz Chi, Wisconsin Rapids. In lane 3, Kevin Booth, Marshfield. In lane 4, Zach Cahart, Marshfield. In lane 5, Morgan Schlichting, Eau Claire. In lane 6, Nolan Bird, Superior. And in lane 7, Daniel Ott, Holman. This is Heat 3, final heat of the boys' 200-yard individual medley.
Go, Hudson.
Swimming in lane 2, Landon Bicknays, Stevens Point. In lane 3, Gabe Secker, Eau Claire. In lane 4, Brady Wainapa, Hudson. In lane 5, Will Van Erman, DC Everest. In lane 6, Jacob Faust, Stevens Point. And in lane 7, Tyler Sias, Hudson. At this time, would the head coach for Stevens Point and the top 8 swimmers from the 200-yard freestyle report to the diving boards? Thank you. And here are your results for the boys 200-yard freestyle. In 8th place, from DC Everest, Benjamin Soul. In 7th place, from Hudson, Ben Weaver. In 6th place, from Marshfield, Carson Klum. In 5th place, from Hudson, Kent Zern. In 4th place, from Hudson, Maddox Acevedo. In 3rd place, from Stevens Point, Henry Bowling. In 2nd place, from Chippewa Falls, Bodie Christensen. And in 1st place, advancing to the state meet with a final time of 1 minute 48.93 seconds, from Stevens Point, Tony Razik. Up next, we have event 5, the boys 50-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 5. Swimming in lane 3, Johnny Steele, Holman. In lane 4, Cole Schultz, Logan. And in lane 5, Connor Peterson, Holman. This is heat 2, boys 50-yard free. Swimming in lane 2, Edmund Woods, Wausau. Lane 3, Bennett Bossingham, Logan. Lane 4, Eric Michelson, Rapids. Lane 5, James Radcliffe, Chippewa Falls. Lane 6, Trevor Doring, Wausau. And lane 7, Ben Holter, Wausau. Next up, Heat 3, boys 50-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1, Jathan Besant, Rapids. Lane 2, Dean Hansen, Chippewa Falls. Lane 3, Landon Bairdeath, Holman. Lane 4, Jose de la Cruz Chi, Rapids. Lane 5, Sean O'Donnell, DC Everest. Lane 6, Brecken Bancock, Wausau. Lane 7, Elliot Harding, Wausau. And lane 8, Preston Engelbright, Wausau. Rapids. Next up, Heat 4 of the boys 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Brett Jeffries, Logan. Lane 2, Deacon Durnell, Holman. Lane 3, Luke Kilbalink, Marshfield. Lane 4, Gavin Stelzer, Stevens Point. Lane 5, Paolo Vignucci, Superior. Lane 6, Connor Hoffman, Stevens Point. Lane 7, Bryson Hensland, Rapids. And lane 8, Noah Stewart, Logan. Next up, Heat 5, final heat of the 50-yard freestyle.
This heat's 2 seconds.
Lane 1, Elijah Anderson, Chippewa Falls. Lane 2, Nathan Ivans, Logan. Lane 3, Simon Daggett, Marshfield. Lane 4, Keaton Barwick, DC Everest. Lane 5, Grant Slavsky, Hudson. Lane 6, West Poly, DC Everest. Lane 7, Tyler Hay, Hudson. And lane 8, Caden Nelson, Eau Claire. At this time, would the head coach from Hudson and the top 8 swimmers in the boys' 200-yard individual medley report to the diving boards? Thank you. It's Big River, so it's pool record. We need to focus on this one.
Yeah, it's the only one that matters.
Right.
And even this doesn't count. The RC doesn't count.
We're not.
Not in the BRC.
Oh, I suppose.
I don't think it counts what happens in the state. What happens in the BRC. I could be wrong on that, but I thought that's what somebody said.
I think so.
Because otherwise Andrew's like state meets the BRC record.
They're not.
And Blinkman would be
These are the results for the boys' 200-yard individual medley. In 8th place from Marshfield, Zach K. Hart. In 7th place from the Eau Claire Alliance, Morgan Schlichtig. In 6th place from Hudson, Tyler Sias. In 5th place from Stevens Point, Landon Bicknays. In 4th place from Stevens Point, Jacob Faust. We have a tie for 2nd place. From Eau Claire, Gabe Secker, and from DC Everest, Will Van Erman. And in 1st place, advancing to the state meet with a finals time of 1 minute, 52.85 seconds, from Hudson, Brady Wainapa. We will have a short 15-minute break. The pool is open for warm-ups. 10 in the water. Thank you. This is a perfect time also for y'all to hop into the cafeteria. There are sandwiches and pizza, among other items at the concession stand, so please do take advantage of the concessions here. Thank you.
I was so cool to sit there. I'll catch up with you. Say
y'all know, there is some fabulous merch for sale also in the cafeteria. Northwest Designs is here with sectional merchandise, sweatshirts, t-shirts, all the good stuff. So take a look in the cafeteria for that. Thank you.
Relays are more though.
I just want to know. I don't know.
He doesn't know what he doesn't know.
Trying to get educated.
It's a freshman dad
What's
thing.
the problem with that?
How many? I can't see the numbers.
Oh yeah.
Next up, we have event 6, the boys 100-yard butterfly. This is heat 1 of 3. Swimming in lane 3 for Superior, Oso Fish. In lane 4 from DC Everest, Alex Jellin. And in lane 5, James Radcliffe, Chippewa Falls. Up next, heat 2 of the boys 100-yard butterfly. Swimming in lane 2, Bryson Henslin, Wisconsin Rapids. In lane 3, Joey Kazicki, Stevens Point. In lane 4, Henry Matzik, Hudson. In lane 5, Elijah Anderson, Chippewa Falls. And in lane 6, Deacon Durnall, Holman. Up next, heat 3, final heat for the boys 100-yard butterfly. Swimming in lane 2 for Stevens Point, Mason Soik. In lane 3 from Eau Claire, Everett Hodorowski. In lane 4, Simon Daggett, Marshfield. In lane 5, Gabe Secker, Eau Claire Alliance. In lane 6, Ben Weaver, Hudson. And in lane 7, Will Monroe, Superior. At this time, would the head coach for DC Everest and the top 8 swimmers in the 50-yard freestyle please head to the diving boards? Thank you. And here are your results for the boys 50-yard freestyle. In 8th place, from Hudson, Tyler Hay. In 7th place, from Eau Claire Alliance, Caden Nelson. In 6th place, from Superior, Paolo Panucci. In 5th place, from DC Everest, Wes Polly. In 4th place, from Marshfield, Simon Daggett. In 3rd place, from La Crosse, Nathan Ivans. In 2nd place, from Hudson, Grant Slavsky. And in 1st place, headed to the state meet with a new pool record, final time of 20.45 seconds, from DC Everest, Keaton Barwick. This is event 7, the boys 100-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 4. Swimming in lane 1, Zachary Winchell Holman. Lane 2, Preston Engelbright Rapids. Lane 3, Nathan Grilly Logan. Lane 4, Kyle Stephanie Holman. Lane 5, James Richardson Logan. Lane 6, Eric Michelson Rapids. And in lane 7, Foster Michaels Rapids. If you have Meet Mobile on your phone, we are shooting those results up to Meet Mobile and you can look at it real time. Next up, Heat 2 of the boys' 100-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1, Jathan Besant, Wisconsin Rapids. In lane 2, Cole Gillis, Chippewa Falls. In lane 3, Brecken Bancock, Wausau. In lane 4, Ashton Zwiefelhofer, Chippewa Falls. In lane 5, Josh Glenzer, Wisconsin Rapids. In lane 6, Evan Mast, Chippewa Falls. In lane 7, Wesley Rannis, Holman. And in lane 8, Mason Blank, Wausau. Next up, Heat 3 of the boys' 100-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1, Bennett Berg, DC Everest. Lane 2, Daniel Lenz, Logan. Lane 3, Aiden Panucci, Superior. Lane 4, Miguel Fromm, Eau Claire. Lane 5, Connor Hoffman, Stevens Point. Lane 6, Paul Ugaretz, Marshfield. Lane 7, Brett Jeffries, Logan. And in lane 8, Hayden Kidd, Chippewa Falls. This is event 4, final heat of the boys 100 free. Swimming in lane 1, Gavin Stelzer, Stevens Point. Lane 2, Carson Klum, Marshfield. Lane 3, West Poly, DC Everest. Lane 4, Keaton Barwick, DC Everest. Lane 5, Grant Slavsky, Hudson. Lane 6, Nathan Ivins, Logan. Lane 7, Thomas Peterson, Hudson. And in lane 8, Sam Westerland, Eau Claire. At this time, with the head coach from Eau Claire and the top 8 swimmers in the 100-yard butterfly, please report to the diving boards. Thank you. Here are your results for the boys' 100-yard butterfly. In 8th place, from Stevens Point, Mason Soik. In 7th place, from Hudson, Henry Matzik. In 6th place, from Stevens Point, Joey Kazicki. In 5th place, from Eau Claire, Everett Hodorowski. In 4th place, from Superior, Will Monroe. In 3rd place, from Hudson, Ben Weaver. In 2nd place, from Marshfield, Simon Daggett. And in 1st place, headed to the state meet with a finals time of 52.18 seconds, from Eau Claire, Gabe Secker. Next up, we have event 8, the boys 500-yard freestyle. This is heat 1 of 3. At this time, I do have your team scores. This is through the Event 6 Butterfly. In 11th place with 4 points, Wausau. In 10th place with 19 points, Holman. In 9th place with 38 points, Wisconsin Rapids. In 8th place with 45 points, La Crosse Logan. In 7th place with 61 points, Chippewa Falls. In 6th place with 92.50 points, DC Everest. In 5th place with 95 points, the team from Superior. In 4th place with 135 points, Marshfield. In 3rd place with 145 points, Stevens Point. In 2nd place with 168.50 points, Eau Claire. And currently in 1st place with 186 points, Hudson.
Did you do names for these guys?
And swimming in lane 3 from Wausau, JT Mitchlig. In lane 4 from Wisconsin Rapids, David Lee. In lane 5 from Superior, Hugo Witkopf. And in lane 6 from DC Everest, Vance Wendorski. Next up, Heat 2 of the 500 freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 from Marshfield, Lincoln, Berger. In lane 2 from Superior, Reed, Bertagnoli. In lane 3 from Holman, Seth Russell. In lane 4 from Stevens Point, Henry Marks. In lane 5 from Superior, Nolan Bird. In lane 6 from Logan, Noah Stewart. In lane 7, Warwick Rannis, Holman. And in lane 8, William Sasser, Superior. Next up, heat 3, final heat for the boys, 500-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 for Eau Claire, Evan Hears. In lane 2 for Eau Claire, Jack Hunt. In lane 3, Benjamin Soul, DC Everest. In lane 4, Kent Zern, Hudson.
Go, Kent!
In lane 5, Henry Bowling, Stevens Point. In lane 6, Bodie Christensen, Chippewa Falls. In lane 7, Henry Matzik, Hudson. And in lane 8, Ben Scutley, Eau Claire. Would the head coach for DC Everest and the top 8 finishers in the 100-yard freestyle please report to the diving boards? Thank you.
Good. Come on. Hit it.
These are your top 8 finishers in the boys' 100-yard freestyle. In 8th place from Hudson, Thomas Peterson. In 7th place from Marshfield, Carson Klum. In 6th place from Stevens Point, Connor Hoffman. In 5th place from Stevens Point, Gavin Stelzer. In 4th place from DC Everest, Wes Polly. In 3rd place from La Crosse, Nathan Ivans. In 2nd place from Hudson, Grant Slavsky. And in 1st place, headed to the state meet with a finals time of 44.96 seconds, from DC Everest, Keaton Barwick. I have your team scores through the 500. In 11th place with 4 points, Wausau. In 10th place with 28 points, Holman Co-op. In 9th place with 38 points, Wisconsin Rapids. In 8th place with 80 points, La Crosse Logan Co-op. In 7th place with 81 points, Chippewa Falls McDonald Catholic. In 6th place with 112 points, the team from Superior Northwestern. In 5th place with 141.5 points, DC Everest. In 4th place with 152 points, Marshfield. In 3rd place with 197 points, Stevens Point. In 2nd place with 220.5 points, Eau Claire Alliance. And currently in 1st place with 245 points, the team from Hudson. Next up, we have event 9, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. This is heat 1 of 2. Swimming in lane 3 from Superior, Will Monroe, Sterling Duncan, Dane Bird, and Reed Bertignoli. In lane 4 from Holman, Wesley Rannis, Grayson Worth, Kyle Stephanie, and Landon Bearsdeath. And in lane 5 from Wausau, Trevor Doring, Elliot Harding, Nolan Medin, and Brecken Bancock. Next up, heat 2, final heat of the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. Swimming in lane 1 for Chippewa Falls, Hayden Kidd, Dean Hansen, Jackson Simonson, and Bodie Christensen. In lane 2 for Stevens Point, Gavin Stelzer, Mason Soik, Connor Hoffman, and Henry Bowling. In lane 3 for Hudson, Maddox Acevedo, Thomas Peterson, Nate Zimmerman, and Tyler Hay. In lane 4 for DC Everest, Will Van Erman, Wes Pauley, Benjamin Soul, and Keaton Barwick. In lane 5 for Marshfield, Simon Daggett, Zach Cahart, Carson Klum, and Kevin Booth. In lane 6 for Eau Claire, Miguel Fromm, Morgan Schlittig, Sam Westerland, and Gabe Secker. In lane 7 for Logan, Brett Jeffries, Daniel Lenz, Noah Stewart, and Nathan Ivans. And in lane 8 for Rapids, Preston Engelbright, Josh Glenzer, Jathan Vicent, and Jose de la Cruz Chai. At this time, with the head coach for Hudson and the top 8 swimmers in the 500 freestyle, please report to the diving boards. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, yeah. 125.81 is the last one.
Oh, Jen. Oh, it's back. Oh, it's flickering.
And these are your results for the 500-yard freestyle. In 8th place from Hudson, Henry Matzik. In 7th place from Eau Claire, Ben Scotley. In 6th place from Eau Claire, Jack Hunt. In 5th place from DC Everest, Benjamin Soule. In 4th place from Eau Claire, Evan Heers. In 3rd place from Stevens Point, Henry Bowling. In 2nd place from Chippewa Falls, Bodie Christensen. And in 1st place, headed to the state meet with a new finals time of 5 minutes, 9 seconds, 9.28 seconds, from Hudson, Kent Zern. Quick announcement. If y'all in the stands here, there's some cords that works for our projection system. The black Ethernet cord, if you guys could make sure that you're not kicking that, that'll keep our projection on for the day and we'll all be happy. Thank you. Next up, Event 10, the boys 100-yard backstroke. This is heat 1 of 3. Swimming in lane 3 for Holman, Grayson Worth. In lane 4 for Logan, Nathan Grilly. In lane 5 for Wausau, Edmund Woods. Next up, heat 2 of the 100-yard backstroke. Swimming in lane 1, Jonathan Gates, DC Everest. Lane 2, Warwick Rannis, Holman. Lane 3, Nolan Medine, Wausau. Lane 4, Noah Quisler, Stevens Point. Lane 5, Luke Hilbelink, Marshfield. Lane 6, David Melander, Superior. Lane 7, Hayden Kidd, Chippewa Falls. And in lane 8, Noah Johnson, Wisconsin Rapids. Up next, heat 3, final heat for the boys 100-yard backstroke.
Go, Pagnucci.
Swimming in lane 1 for Superior, Aiden Panucci. In lane 2 for Hudson, Tyler Sias. In lane 3 for Eau Claire, Everett Hodorowski. In lane 4, Will Van Erman, DC Everest. Lane 5, Tony Razik, Stevens Point. In lane 6, Maddox Acevedo, Hudson. In lane 7, Caden Nelson, Eau Claire. And in lane 8, Zach Cahart, Marshfield. At this time, could the head coach for DC Everest and the top 8 teams in the 200-yard freestyle relay please report to the diving boards? I do have your team scores through the 200 relay as well. Currently in 11th place with 18 points, Wausau East and West. In 10th place with 46 points, Holman Co-op. In 9th place with 50 points, Wisconsin Rapids. In 8th place with 105 points, Chippewa Falls. In 7th place with 106 points, the team from La Crosse. In 6th place with 134 points, the team from Superior. In 5th place with 181.50 points, the team from DC Everest. In 4th place with 186 points, the team from Marshfield. In 3rd place with 225 points, the team from Stevens Point. In 2nd place with 252.50 points, the team from Eau Claire. And currently in 1st place with 275 points, the team from Hudson. And here are your results for the 200-yard freestyle relay. In 8th place, the team from Superior, Will Monroe, Sterling Duncan, Dane Bird, and Reed Bertignoli. In 7th place, the team from Chippewa Falls, Elijah Anderson, Dean Hansen, Jackson Simonson, and Bodie Christensen. In 6th place, the team from La Crosse, Brett Jeffries, Daniel Lenz, Noah Stewart, and Nathan Ivans. In 5th place, the team from Stevens Point, Gavin Stelzer, Mason Soik, Connor Hoffman, and Henry Bowling. In 4th place, the team from Hudson, Maddox Acevedo, Thomas Peterson, Nate Zimmerman, and Tyler Hay. In 3rd place, the team from Eau Claire, Miguel Fromm, Morgan Schlichtig, Sam Westerland, and Gabe Secker. In 2nd place, the team from Marshfield, Simon Daggett, Zach Cahart, Carson Klum, and Kevin Booth. And in 1st place, headed to the state meet with a finals time of 1 minute 29.15 seconds, the team from DC Everest, Will Van Erman, Wes Polly, Benjamin Soul, and Keaton Barwick. Next up, event 11, the boys 100-yard breaststroke. This is heat 1 of 5. Swimming in lane 3, Jonathan Dewar, Wisconsin Rapids. In lane 4, Foster Michaels, Wisconsin Rapids. And in lane 5, Oliver Hilton, La Crosse Logan. Next up, heat 2 of the boys' 100-yard breaststroke.
Now when you slam like you did, that was good. How slower than you did the first time? Oh, that was good. You were a lot faster.
Swimming in lane 3, Elliot Harding, Wausau. Lane 4, Daniel Ott, Oha. Lane 5, Ben Holter, Wausau. And lane 6, Willem Van Wyck, Lacrosse. Even though we're not seeing their times, we are capturing their times. So no worries, it's all working on our end, just not up there. You could also jump into our live stream. The times are projected on the live stream, so.
Like right now it's black. Is that good or bad?
Up next, heat 3 of 5 in the 100-yard breaststroke. Do we need to slow down to fix the technical issues, or what's up?
At that point, I just had John pull it out and put it back in.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, once we have the scoreboard up, you can't touch the
I know.
HDMI cable. It's the Ethernet connection that's going.
The box got wiggled, and that's what.
But you adjust it at the box,
Yeah.
not in the
Yeah.
projector, because the projector.
No, I didn't touch that. I eventually did once it stopped completely working, but
So is it from down below that they're cracking it, or it's up here?
it's something up here. But we're good now.
Okay.
In there, just barely.
Swimming in lane 2, Gabe Driscoll, Logan. Lane 3, Wild Whitcock, Superior. Lake 4, Jackson Simonson, Chippewa Falls. Lane 5, Dean Hansen, Chippewa Falls. Lane 6, Cole Gillis, Chippewa Falls. And in lane 7, Vance Windorski, DC Everest. Next up, heat 4 of 5 for the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. Swimming in lane 2, Sean O'Donnell, DC Everest. In lane 3, Daniel Lenz, Logan. Lane 4, Morgan Schlittig, Eau Claire. In lane 5, Joshua Peters, Marshfield. In lane 6, Kevin Booth, Marshfield. And in lane 7, Caden Reisner, Marshfield. Up next, heat 5, final heat of the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. Swimming in lane 2 for Superior, Paolo Panucci. In lane 3, from Stevens Point, Landon Bicknays. In lane 4, Brady Wainapa, Hudson. Lane 5, Jacob Faust, Stevens Point. Lane 6, Mason Soik, Stevens Point. And lane 7, Tyler Hay, Hudson. Could the head coach from DC Everest and the top 8 swimmers in the 100 backstroke please report to the dive boards? Thank you. And here are your results for the boys' 100-yard backstroke. In 8th place from Marshfield, Zach K. Hart. In 7th place from Superior, Aiden Panucci. In 6th place from Hudson, Tyler Sias. In 5th place from Hudson, Maddox Acevedo. In 4th place from Eau Claire, Caden Nelson. In 3rd place from Eau Claire, Everett Hodorowski. In 2nd place from Stevens Point, Tony Razek. And in 1st place, headed to the state meet with a finals time of 52.07 seconds, from DC Everest, Will Van Erman.
Can I read it off? Is this through?
Let's see what Jen's got.
Thank you.
I think that's accurate, but
And here are your team scores.
No.
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 Scratch that.
Yeah, this is just not the question.
Okay, here we go. These are your team scores through the breaststroke. Currently with 21 points in 11th place, Wausau. Currently tied for 9th place at 51 points, Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln and the Holman Co-op. Currently in 8th place with 118 points, Chippewa Falls. In 7th place with 123 points, La Crosse. In 6th place with 166 points, the team from Superior. In 5th place with 209.50 points, the team from DC Everest. In 4th place with 227 points, the team from Marshfield. In 3rd place with 295.50 points, the team from Eau Claire. In 2nd place with 296 points, the team from Stevens Point. And currently in 1st place with 331 points, the team from Hudson. This is going to be exciting. Next up, event 12, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. This is heat 1 of 2. Swimming in lane 3 for OHA, the Bennett, Bossingham, James Richardson, Nathan Grilly, and Gabe Driscoll. In lane 4 for Wisconsin Rapids, David Lee, Jathan Besant, Josh Glenzer, and Bryson Henslin. And in lane 5 from Wausau, Mason Blank, JT Mitchlig, Nolan Medine, and Brecken Bancock. At this time, would the head coach for Hudson and the top 8 finishers in the 100 breaststroke please report to the diving boards? Thank you. Here are your results for the boys 100-yard breaststroke. In 8th place from Marshfield, Joshua Peters. In 7th place from Eau Claire, Morgan Schlittig. In 6th place from Superior, Paolo Panucci. In 5th place from Stevens Point, Mason Soik. In 4th place from Stevens Point, Jacob Faust. In 3rd place from Stevens Point, Landon Bicknays. In 2nd place from La Crosse, Daniel Lenz. And in 1st place, headed to the state meet with a new school and pool record finals time of 55.73 from Hudson, Brady Wainapa. Next up, we have Heat 2, final heat of the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. Swimming in lane 1, the team from Chippewa Falls, Elijah Anderson, Hayden Kidd, Jackson Simonson, and Bodie Christensen. In lane 2 for Superior, Nolan Bird, Will Monroe, Aiden Pagnucci, and Paolo Panucci. In lane 3 for Hudson, Maddox Acevedo, Grant Slavsky, Kent Zern, and Brady Wainapa. In lane 4 from DC Everest, Keaton Barwick, West Pauley, Benjamin Soule, and Will Van Erman. In lane 5 from Stevens Point, Henry Bowling, Jacob Faust, Landon Bicknays, and Tony Razik. In lane 6 from Eau Claire, Caden Nelson, Sam Westerland, Everett Hodorowski, and Gabe Secker. And in lane 7, the team from Holman, Daniel Ott, Warwick Rannis, Seth Russell, and Deacon Durnell. And in lane 8, the team from Marshfield, Ethan Sampson, Paul Ugaretz, Luke Hilbelink, and Carson Klum. Could the head coach for DC Everest and the top 8 teams in the 400-yard freestyle relay please report to the diving boards? Thank you.
You gonna announce the scores or what? Nice feed.
And here are your results for the boys 400-yard freestyle relay.
Yeah, I saw it.
In 8th place, the team from Holman Co-op, Daniel Ott, Warwick Rannis, Seth Russell, and Deacon Durnall. In 7th place, the team from Chippewa Falls, Elijah Anderson, Hayden Kidd, Jackson Simonson, and Bodie Christensen. In 6th place, the team from Marshfield, Ethan Sampson, Paul Ugaretz, Luke Kilbalink, and Carson Klum. In 5th place, the team from Superior, Nolan Bird, Will Monroe, Aiden Panucci, and Paolo Panucci. In 4th place, the team from Stevens Point, Henry Bowling, Jacob Faust, Landon Bicknays, and Tody Razik. And in 3rd place, the team from Eau Claire, Caden Nelson, Sam Westerland, Everett Hodorowski, and Gabe Secker. And in 2nd place, the team from Hudson, Maddox Acevedo, Grant Slavsky, Kent Zern, and Brady Wainapa. And in 1st place, headed to the state meet with the finals time of 3 minutes, 17.33 seconds, the team from DC Everest, Keaton Barwick, West Poly, Benjamin Stoll, and Will Van Erman. At this time, I do have your team standings. In 11th place with a total of 35 points, the team from Wausau. In 10th place with a total of 69 points, the team from Wisconsin Rapids. In 9th place with 73 points, the team from Holman. In 8th place with 123 points, the team from La Crosse. In 7th place with 142 points, the team from Chippewa Falls. In 6th place with 194 points, the team from Superior. In 5th place with 249.50 points, the team from DC Everest. In 4th place with 253 points, the team from Marshfield. In 3rd place with 326 points, the team from Stevens Point. In second place, our sectional runners-up with 327.50 points, the Eau Claire Alliance. And in first place, your sectional team winners with 365 points, Hudson. Excellent job today. And congratulations to all our swimmers, divers, and coaches. And best of luck to those individuals continuing on to the state meet next weekend. Well done, everyone.